Silence changes how people see you. Quiet people carry dangerous power. The silent one controls the room. Less talking, more power. Silence makes people fear you. Number 1. Silence makes people reveal their true intentions. People reveal themselves fastest when you stop talking. Most conversations are not exchanges of wisdom. They are competitions for attention. The loudest person usually exposes the most weakness. Confidence rarely needs constant explanation. Silence forces people to sit with their own thoughts. That discomfort makes masks begin to crack. The moment you stop over-explaining yourself, people start revealing their true intentions. Some become nervous. Some become aggressive. Some suddenly try harder to impress you. And some expose jealousy they were hiding for years. Silence creates psychological pressure most people cannot handle. Because humans fear empty space in conversations. Weak minds rush to fill silence with emotions, gossip, and insecurity. But observant people stay calm and collect information. The quiet person in the room usually notices everything others miss. The fake laugh, the forced confidence, the passive-aggressive comment disguised as a joke, the coworker pretending to support you while secretly competing with you, the friend who only feels important when you feel small, the relationship where manipulation hides behind emotional reactions, the attention seeker begging social media for validation every single day. Silence exposes people because most individuals accidentally reveal themselves when they talk too much. Number 2. The world fears calm people more than aggressive people. Calm people scare others because emotional control is rare in a world addicted to reactions. Most people lose power the moment emotions take control of their mouth. The person yelling in anger usually reveals weakness faster than strength. But the quiet person watching silently creates psychological pressure nobody can easily explain. Silence forces people to sit alone with their own insecurity, guilt, and overthinking. Emotionally reactive people are predictable because anyone can control them by controlling their emotions. Calm people become dangerous because nobody knows what they truly think or feel. That uncertainty creates authority without needing loud words or fake dominance. Powerful people rarely rush to defend themselves because confidence does not beg for approval. Weak minds constantly explain themselves hoping strangers will validate their existence. The strongest presence in a room is often the person speaking the least while observing the most. Notice how respected leaders speak slowly, pause often, and never waste energy proving themselves. Movie villains feel intimidating because they remain calm while everyone else becomes emotional and unstable. Controlled energy always appears more powerful than aggressive noise. People trust calm individuals more because emotional stability feels safe, intelligent, and mature. Someone who stays calm during disrespect immediately separates themselves from emotionally weak people. Silence during conflict forces others to expose their true intentions without interruption. Most arguments are won emotionally long before they are won verbally. Calm people understand that reactions give control away to others. Every unnecessary emotional response weakens mystery, discipline, and personal power. Quiet confidence creates curiosity because humans naturally obsess over what they cannot fully read. People become uncomfortable when they realize their anger no longer controls your emotions. That moment changes the entire power dynamic between two individuals instantly. The loud person seeks attention, while the calm person controls the atmosphere without chasing validation. True power begins when your silence becomes stronger than another person's noise. Number 3. Silence increases your social value. Some people lose respect the moment they explain too much. The more available you become, the less valuable you appear. Silence changes the way people study you. Constant talking removes mystery before attraction can even grow. Quiet people force others to pay attention carefully, because rare words always carry more weight than endless noise. The strongest presence in the room is usually the calmest one. Powerful people do not rush to prove themselves. They let their energy speak before their mouth does. Have you noticed how people suddenly respect you after you stop chasing their approval? That is not confidence acting. That is emotional scarcity creating value. When you stop explaining every decision, people begin wondering what you know that they do not. Silence creates psychological tension most people cannot handle comfortably. Weak minds panic inside quiet moments. Strong minds observe everything during them. CEOs do not dominate rooms by talking nonstop. Elite athletes do not waste energy arguing with critics online. Movie protagonists rarely scream for validation from everyone around them. High-status individuals understand something average people ignore completely. Attention is cheap, presence is expensive. The less desperate you sound for recognition, the more powerful your image becomes naturally. Silence makes people replay your actions inside their own minds repeatedly, and sometimes the person saying the least controls the entire room without anyone realizing it. Number 4. Silent people win more battles than loud people. Weak people react instantly. Powerful people stay silent and study the room. Most battles are lost because emotions speak before intelligence does. The loudest person usually exposes the weakest mindset. Silence gives you something emotional people never have: control. When someone insults you and you refuse to react, their confidence begins collapsing internally. Because calmness under pressure feels dangerous. Smart people know emotional reactions create permanent consequences from temporary feelings. One angry sentence can destroy relationships, careers, and reputations built over years. Silent people understand that not every attack deserves a response. Sometimes people provoke you only to measure your emotional weakness. The moment you react emotionally, you give them exactly what they wanted. Powerful people never rush to defend themselves. They observe first, think second, move last. In breakups, silence becomes psychological pressure. The person expecting emotional chaos suddenly faces emotional distance instead. That silence forces them to overthink everything they said and everything they lost. Most people don't realize this until it's too late. Silence often says more than desperate explanations ever could. In arguments, calm people control the emotional temperature of the room. While others lose discipline, silent people collect information quietly. They notice insecurity hidden behind confidence, fake smiles, passive-aggressive comments, forced dominance. Emotionally reactive people become predictable. Predictable people are easy to manipulate. That is why intelligent people rarely reveal all their emotions immediately. In business negotiations, silence creates pressure stronger than words. The person who talks too much usually loses leverage first. Silence forces people to reveal their real intentions. And the longer the silence lasts, the more uncomfortable weak minds become. Sometimes silence is not avoidance. Sometimes silence is strategy. The strongest revenge is watching people expect your reaction and receiving absolutely nothing instead. Because true power is staying calm while everyone else loses control. Number 5. Your silence becomes dangerous when you stop needing validation. Some lines are intentionally short for dramatic pauses and better audience retention. The moment you stop begging for understanding, your energy changes. People notice it immediately. The silence becomes heavier. The presence becomes stronger. Weak minds need constant approval to survive emotionally. Powerful minds move differently. They stop explaining every decision. They stop defending every action. They stop chasing validation from people who never valued them anyway. That is where real power begins. Because silence confuses people who expected emotional reactions, especially those who underestimated you. Healing privately changes a person deeply. Nobody sees the lonely nights, nobody sees the mental battles, nobody sees the pain you survived without attention. But they notice the transformation afterward. The calmness becomes dangerous. The detachment becomes attractive. The confidence becomes intimidating. You stop forcing conversations. You stop proving your worth. You stop giving people unlimited access to your emotions. And suddenly, your silence speaks louder than your words ever did. That quiet version of you scares people the most. Because calm people are harder to control, harder to manipulate, harder to read. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, your emotions, or your energy. Stay silent long enough, and people will either respect you, fear you, or expose themselves.